You're probably wondering why Elias is Foghorn Leghorn right now. And the reason why is because he got killed by Bullseye.
Yeah,
We'll
It's
avenge him.
unfortunate.
I think that's the lawyer's name, right? Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah, Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah,
That
I
wasn't
never
the
watched the
villain.
Netflix series, so I don't really remember. I don't really know. Welcome back to the Cosmic Panel. Today we're talking about Daredevil Reborn. That's not what it's called. Daredevil Born Again Season 2. I would say highly anticipated, and I'm very excited to get into it. So let's start with some initial thoughts.
Yeah. I think this is honestly the perfect second season. It built on a lot of stuff that was honestly pretty bad in the first season and jumped in quality in a way that like genuinely I'm so invested in.
Yeah, I think I said it last time when we were reviewing the first season. The second season is really what's going to make or break them because of just the hand they were dealt with the first season, and I think they did stick the landing for me at least.
Yeah, I think this was a massive improvement over the first season. I think this made me feel a lot better about this fitting into the MCU as a whole. The city felt a lot more alive, which was really, really cool. There were, a couple of weird moments writing wise, but I think this is like much more comic book feel, as far as like episode to episode thing goes for a Daredevil show. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think the show really stands as like a great example of like how to course correct in the best possible way, just because like Balti said, they got dealt a pretty bad hand for the first season, and like a lot of it had to be scrapped slash like rewritten, and they've taken characters that I didn't care about and actually made me care about them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
always a good sign of a Marvel show in general. Like especially when they're working with some like original characters, like making you give a shit about them is definitely a Herculean task. So I applaud them for doing so very well.
Also,
Yeah.
I gotta say, they gave Bullseye his sauce back.
Yeah,
Yeah. They give a lot of characters their sauce back.
Definitely. But Bullseye was awesome.
I think also, and for you, Elias, you didn't watch the Netflix show, but for people like me, and it's
Oh, just by the way, I didn't watch the Netflix show.
Yeah, Elias didn't watch the Netflix show.
Elias is a loser and hasn't watched a Netflix show.
I was gonna do it, and then I ran out of time before the second season came out.
I think it's going to be controversial. Not everyone's going to love it, but I think they very much with this season also were deliberate about we're not the Netflix show. We'll reference it. We're a sequel, I guess, to it, but we're not the same exact show. And for me, I appreciated that, but I can already see how some people maybe won't be happy with that.
Yeah. I think the show at times, I think the reason for me, some of my biggest sticking points is sometimes the show doesn't look that great just because of the color grading and stuff. And when they showed the flashback with the Netflix stuff, I was like, damn, so you can make it look really, really good.
Yeah.
You just choose not to at times.
That's exactly the same moment where I was like, okay, so you're doing it on purpose. You know exactly how to make that show. You just don't want to anymore.
Which is fine. I just wished it was, I guess I wish more of the colors were not so vibrant at times. Weirdly enough, if that makes sense, of like the suits and stuff.
Well, I don't know. I just saw something on like my Instagram yesterday that was just showing like movies 10 years ago and movies today, just how the lighting and color grading has just changed so drastically and how they just really are not putting any time into that department anymore.
Yeah.
So I think it's a worldwide / Disney wide issue.
It's a whole thing, and it's part of how they do it, like actually physically, how they shoot the scenes and the lights that they use or lack of lights that they use and all the ways. I'm sure.
Sorry.
I was going to say, I'm sure we could do a whole video on it, or I'm sure people who know more than us probably did a bunch of videos on it.
Yeah.
That alone is like definitely one of those things, story aside, visually, it's not the same.
I will say though, something visually, like, shot wise, I'll say that I did really like about this season was the BB report. I thought it was a lot more compelling than it was last season. The aspect ratio change, the graininess change, stuff like that. I really like the City Without Fear segments, kind of graffiti and like weird edits and, very like classic propaganda kind of feel, to them.
Underground.
Yeah, underground. So I thought that was kind of a cool thing that the original Netflix show didn't have that this show had, as far as like some visual uniqueness is concerned.
Yeah, I think the editing for this show is way better. Like, say what you will about the lighting, but the editing is very good, especially during fight scenes too.
Yes.
I think the fight scenes for this season is so much better than season one. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think I was one of the few people that had like a lot of gripes with the season one fight scene in the bar, where I thought it was like very half baked and very unfinished. And then seeing, like, for example, the diner fight,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's how Bullseye's supposed to look when he's fighting.
Yeah.
Like, that's how he should be look. Like, it should feel visceral when he throws something.
And they did such a good job, like, taking in those sort of fights, and that was a little bit kind of how the Netflix show felt, but clearly they were using all the Disney budget afforded to them in this one, and it paid off, where it didn't feel like your normal Disney Marvel stuff, but it was some stuff that they couldn't have done on just their like shoestring Netflix budget that they had at the time.
Yeah.
I've always had an issue with the MCU as a whole, like the camera work during fighting scenes, and I think this season was a marked improvement, to that. Just being able to understand what the fuck's going on, first of all. But second of all, yes, feeling the impact, feeling the visceral, nature of the combat for sure was great.
I also like how consistent the storyline is. Like, unlike last season, where it felt like there was a lot of episodes that kind of just veered off into random directions. This was, we have one story, we're telling it, rather than just like stop start. And I think obviously we can't recorrect season one. If I had a thing, I would have made season one like Fisk running for mayor in the first place, because I would have loved to see that. Just like the actual campaign, and then him winning in season 2, and then this in season 3. But with what we were dealt, this is as good as you could have gotten, honestly.
Yeah,
for sure. Let's dive into the first episode, eh?
Yeah. So we had the Northern Star, and then we had a lot more of like the basically building of like a lot of like Wilson Fisk stuff with like Charles.
Yeah. I never looked up, is he a comic book character? Because I kept waiting for them to like say a name I recognize, but
Charles,
I don't know who the fuck that is.
I don't recognize him from anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
Who is Charles again?
Charles is played by
Shaggy.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, why am I forgetting his fucking name?
I will say, I kind of he was playing it up a little bit, but I kind of loved it. The way he was playing him felt almost like a little bit like a
Matthew
Breaking Bad
Lillard
character. Yeah, Matthew Lillard.
Sorry,
I was waiting to see how long it took.
It just came to me. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he's great though. He's yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, he almost felt like a Breaking Bad character in that he was like he was so clearly like over the top on purpose. Like he was trying to show off, and he was always eating, and he was always like, haha, I'm the funny government guy. And then like the second stuff got serious, it was like he was like, no, please don't hurt me.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good.
Yeah, it was really funny when Fisk had his two guys in front of him, and the guy was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I think it was really interesting that he's working with Luke Cage, which actually tied off cliffhanger that we had from Luke Cage season 2, which was he became the kingpin of Harlem. And so getting a actual resolution to that was surprising, especially like later on in the storyline. But
yeah,
interesting.
It's been a long time too.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of characters in this season, which was nice. We got more defenders than I expected.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like the Northern Star sequence at the very top, just because it's a different environment for Daredevil to operate in. You know, it's cool to see like a street level character not on the street for a second, you know, and just like, um, I think, you know, cool combat scenes, and then also a really cool, I don't know what they call what they would call it, the terminology would be, but I like when he puts the watch, you know, in the weapons cache, and then it's revealed later to be an important, you know, thing. I'm like, why is he doing that? You know, it's a cool, payoff, you know, thing, that I thought was really neat in there. And of course, you know, starts a, pretty bold and brazen arc for Kingpin, trying to smuggle all these fucking arms into New York and having this, you know, free port, um, at Red Hook that people, you know, were unaware of previously.
Yeah. I mean, I also love that like this first episode dealt with a lot of Jack Duquesne and like
Hmm.
swordsman stuff, and like you can tell immediately like vigilante stuff is getting cracked down on.
Hmm.
We're immediately going from where we left off last time. We're getting some status quo changes with Karen and Matt already being together, and like
Hmm.
them being underground. Um,
Hmm.
and I think it's a really great episode to set off because I mean by the end you have uh, Cherry having a heart attack, and then Bullseye saving Matt
Hmm.
from all those
That's the end of episode 1.
that is the end of episode 1. He
Wow,
says
I thought that was 2 for
it
some
was like
reason.
I think it was like I saved you or something like that.
You're
You fell on the
welcome.
Yeah,
knife?
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
And that's the end of the episode, and you're like, wow, okay, that's a way to start.
I
Pretty
really
sure they
like
released
that
the
fight
first
scene.
two together though.
Oh
wait, no, they
Right.
didn't.
no,
No,
they
they
did the second and third together.
Yeah,
for some
you're right.
reason.
It is the second and third.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was.
Interesting.
I don't remember if there was a reason. Like
Yeah, it was yeah. I'm seeing
those
here just
those 2 episodes were good, but they didn't have any strong, in my mind, like
Connecting.
connecting reason that they
Tissue.
should both be at the same time.
Huh.
That
Hmm.
first episode, what stood out to me was not just the action, like right off the bat, that we were just getting right into it.
Mm.
It was the vibe completely shifted to almost like a spy thing.
Mm.
yeah.
Which sometimes they did in the first show of a Netflix show, not all the time, but
It was a
sometimes
thriller.
it did feel more like like a thriller, and everyone's making moves against each other at the same time, and like Matt is on the ship, knows what's happening, but Wilson already predicted that was coming, and he has his plan, but Matt already has his, knows that he knew, like the layers of them sort of
Yeah.
playing mind games against each other before they even like fight anyone. That was really interesting that they just did that right off the bat. I also kind of like how they established, I guess, compared to the last season. The last season was very much like he doesn't want to be Daredevil again. He doesn't want to be Daredevil. He doesn't want to. And then the very first episode in this one, he's basically on the run, and Matt is gone, and he's only Daredevil anymore, which I thought was interesting to just, again, right off the bat, jump into that.
Yeah. The second episode was a lot more scene setting. Also, like it dealt with like more of like White Tiger, basically setting up her arc with the amulet and her uncle's like murderer.
I didn't think she was going to come back.
I was
very happy.
so yeah. I audibly gasped when she showed up in the final fight. I was so excited.
I actually, unironically, I think that's my favorite plot line out of the first season, was because I thought that was like probably the best well written was Hector, and like him being framed and having to reveal, because it was so interesting in comparison to like, especially because we hadn't seen that side of the MCU.
They still, the one criticism, they still never explained the whole
powers.
amulet powers thing.
I don't
We know because all 3 of us know White Tiger, but they never once.
Didn't they say?
They said once in season 1. They said the amulet gives you your power, the mystical amulet that gives you
said
your
something like
powers, and that's what they did.
strength, speed,
I thought they
et
said
cetera.
strength. Yeah, I thought they said something.
They just
it was
said
like a very
generic
broad, generic thing that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like if they were gonna bring her back for season 2, they could have had something where someone goes like, "Hey, what the fuck is that?"
Hey
Sure,
man, I
sure.
mean, she doesn't know where it came from, so I mean, that could be a later plot arc. Is like her finding out like what is the limits of these powers, like where
Yeah.
did this
Yeah.
come from?
I
Because
hope
as
she
from her
puts more time in.
perspective, she doesn't know what the fuck. Like she just wore this, and it allows her to hop off walls and attack people.
No, yeah. I hope we get more from her. I'm also kind of sad we didn't get more swordsmen at the very end.
Yeah. Well, that was episode 3.
I really
which-
thought it.
Well,
he
I mean,
was
like final
yeah,
fight.
I
or
really
something.
thought like he was. I know you said episode 3, but I did think he was gonna come back and it was gonna be big showdown, everyone on the team back, but he just kind of fucks off and then doesn't come back.
He said,
Yeah.
"Nah, I'm done with this shit."
Yeah.
Couple- I
did
mean,
2
I
shows,
guess-
I'm done.
Yeah, I guess it gets difficult to juggle that many characters after a while. But Bullseye not like trying to do anything else at the very end, or try and actually kill Kingpin, or I don't know. There was a couple of characters that I was like, where are they at right now?
I appreciate though, like them like keeping the cast strong but consistent. At least for me personally, like I think there is a strength to like getting out a lot of those like filler characters that we like. For example, what's her name? Who was his partner at the law firm? Like she doesn't get that much presence
Kirsten
in this season. But yeah, I like that they like pulled her back a little. Like she's still a character, but she's not.
Kirsten is a comic book character. She's from Mark Waid's run, apparently.
Oh, really? Okay,
That's cool. Yeah.
But I like that she isn't stealing any scenes from anyone else that deserves it more. Like BB, like I love that we're committing time to BB rather than like way too many characters.
Oh yeah,
Daniel. Daniel's interesting. Like this season made me actually give a fuck about Daniel in the first place.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
which I was surprised by.
They knew when to. It's kind of a harsh word, but I guess not abandon, but abandon some characters. Like
Sure.
Cherry wasn't completely abandoned, but he was not like.
I would say he was abandoned first episode, and then last episode
Well,
was like when he was really
which
is fair.
He had more significance than the other police captain lady.
Sure.
From who literally just showed up as an extra this whole season, like had like 2 lines.
Honestly.
Well, I think Cherry had more time season 1 too. Like we understand his significance, and he still pops up. He's still an informant, etc. But obviously, after the heart attack, he's a lot less present in the show.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I mean. They knew when to cut characters that weren't. They didn't add that much to the first season, and they knew to be exactly what Lukas said, not to like overload us trying to save characters that it would just be wasting time.
I will say the character that surprised me the most that I enjoyed was Heather. I was surprised by how much I liked the therapist.
Okay.
Her like fucking like transition to just being like a sociopath, and then that ending scene with her putting on Muse's like face and that shot of her smiling really creepily because she thinks that's her real face was disturbing in a way that I am genuinely interested to see where that goes.
Yeah.
I like Buck personally. He kind of impressed me in just and still I'm a little disappointed they didn't wrap it up, but I guess there's too much other stuff going on with like Buck's angle of he liked Daniel and then had to kill him, and he works for Kingpin, he follows all his orders, but he seems to like want to take his place a little bit if he can. A lot of interesting stuff there that to me he was really compelling because I was always like didn't know what his next move was going to be and how he was going to solve certain problems, so he was really interesting to me.
Right.
No, he was cool.
Yeah, too bad he just bled out on the courtroom.
Yeah, they
floor.
I don't know. He might be alive, but we have no clue.
They could have given us one shot at the end of when they were wrapping everything up.
And if they were gonna kill him, have Bullseye like really kill him and not like leave him bleeding out.
Yeah.
Having Bullseye at the end go with Mr. Charles was interesting. Some people were saying that like
Mm.
because Mr. Charles works for the government, he could be working for what's her name?
Oh no, he is
From Thunderbolts.
He is. They straight up name dropped her.
Oh yes, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right. So
they-
like he
like,
could
he-
be in the next Thunderbolts team. quote unquote.
Fontaine? They dropped Fontaine?
Like the
When did
yeah.
they say?
I think it was like the second time he shows up and
I'm
meets
pretty sure like when
Fisk.
he calls in the bar.
Yeah, and then he calls and he's like, "Hey,
Dude,
we're-"
please put Bullseye in the Thunderbolts lineup.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be nice. You know,
I was thinking, I was like, dude, that is his dream job too. He would love to kill random people in some
Oh,
desert
yeah.
and
somewhere
get
for the
paid
U.S.
for it,
government.
bro.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Bro will do it for love of the game. man.
literally all he needs is someone to say good job, and that's
Yeah.
all he needs. And he's like, I'll do it. I'm
Right.
done.
Or he's like, I'm fighting on the good guy's side, you know?
Yeah,
I did find it very interesting how much they make, because like Bullseye in the comics is very much just a sociopath, like in the most bluntest way. Like say
Yeah.
what you will about like I like him as a character in the comics, but he's very much not a redeemable character in the comics. It's
Right.
interesting that they kind of like not redeemed him, but like lessened his like how bad he is, if that makes sense.
Mm.
yeah. They do a lot of interesting stuff with some characters like that, where they add to them and they change them in a way that it's he's not different. They didn't really change his personality. They just changed like the context that he lives in,
Yeah,
and that's all they need to do. Like he's still the same crazy sociopath, but all you have to do is just have someone point him in the right direction, and the whole dynamic changes, which is really cool about him.
well, the thing is with the original show was that, and I think this is like a thing that like is very different from in the comics, is that he was an FBI agent first. So he was originally a cop. So like
Yeah.
he's very much like a person that like is like views right and wrong in a very black and white sense.
Yeah.
So I do think that's a very unique take on Bullseye. But just to go over some of the quick episode stuff, episode 3 has that really awesome fight scene, and then Fisk deciding to fucking blow up the Northern Star with everyone fucking on it,
Yeah,
which was a great cliffhanger, honestly.
yeah. I think every episode had really good cliffhangers. They really
Yeah.
like make you wish that the next episode was out already.
Yeah, totally.
And then the next episode after that was about Fisk's boxing match, and then his poor wife's getting impaled in the head.
Yeah, that was a crazy pan over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That was really. I thought he had just missed. I thought Fisk had just shattered the thing, and it was just he fucked. He just didn't get it.
that whole time I was like, I know she's gonna die. She's so gonna die. This is it. She's gonna die.
I kept hoping,
But I have
for it,
no
yeah.
idea how it's gonna happen.
Right,
You
right,
have
right.
no it just you're like, oh, he's gonna miss and shoot her. No, he didn't miss. Oh well, he's gonna hit the thing, it's gonna hit her. No, it didn't. Oh, someone's
Yeah.
gonna, and then
By the time they pan away, of Daredevil and Bullseye running away on the street, I'm like, so that's it. Like he didn't, he
yeah,
he
you think
failed.
she's safe.
There's
Yeah,
also,
and then they just pan back, and she's. I'm like, oh fuck.
Did either of you guys catch the Watcher Easter egg?
No.
I saw people talk about that. That feels like a stretch.
What?
I thought
That definitely was
pretty
not
funny.
deliberate.
What are we
but-
talking about?
The way the windows are shattered looks like the Watcher.
Yeah, it definitely was not deliberate at all.
When? Like, you mean when
they
they're
both got thrown out of the
Yeah, when they jump out the window
Ah.
from the gym, there's like the way that the window is shattered and
Uh-huh.
like some lights in the background or like some reflection
it
or
looks
something.
like two eyes.
It
with a
looks
giant head.
like when we edit this, whoever edits this can probably just find the picture, but it looks like the Watcher, and it really does.
Huh.
But there's no way that was intentional. Like,
No. I
there's
would
no
imagine
way.
not. I mean, this is mainline stuff, so I
Yeah,
don't know. I mean, I guess it's they made it so that when they show the Watcher, it's an alternate universe thing, but typically it's supposed to just be any pivotal moment in any timeline. So, but okay.
But
I didn't know about that.
I think also that was a hate crime what Wilson Fisk did to that poor Hispanic man. Boxing. Man
That
did
was
a straight up hate
crazy.
crime in there, and everyone cheered him on.
Yeah.
That was. I felt so bad for that guy the entire time. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
this is not worth the money. Leave, run.
In the
Yeah.
same way, I was so like, okay, so is this? I was waiting so much for the moment of like, when is Fisk gonna snap, and everyone's gonna see that he's a villain, but it's too late. He's in charge. You
Right.
know, like he controls the city, and at a certain point, it stops mattering whether people see him as a villain.
Yeah.
And so I was like, is this going to be the moment? Is this going to... And again, that was another time where I was like, is he just going to kill a guy in front of the whole city? And they're just going to have to deal with the mayor just fucking punched a man to death?
Mhm.
And like, again, they like juke us out again with like, nope, that's not what happens here.
Well, I think with the majority of the crowd being his supporters already, and then, you know, them just basically being in this sort of, you know, bloodthirsty, you know, boxing vibe, energy, atmosphere of the match. I think that was kind of showing that he has supporters at that point, you know, and his supporters are also, you know, not the most well, you know, rounded people. So I think that's kind of what that moment was. But
They want him to kill someone.
right, that kind of thing. But yeah, then obviously, yeah, we do see his unraveling, you know, pretty steadily throughout the season.
I also think it was with the next episode. We get to see Vanessa's like slow death, basically, which
Yeah,
honestly was really interesting.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to make Kingpin like lose it even more. I guess that was the purpose. Like I didn't really fully understand the purpose of extending her death, but
I think that one might have been like an audience irony thing where we think she's going to be okay. And then they're like, nah, fuck you guys. She's not.
Yeah, like her asking for pineapple. I thought they were just gonna like for a bit. I thought they were gonna keep her alive, but just make her like basically have Alzheimer's.
Did you guys see the thing where
I thought
people
that's
think
what
it's
I'm
the
saying.
pineapple that killed her because she's allergic? And it's like, no, that's not what that was for. That was to show that she's like not
remembering.
mentally there anymore.
That's funny.
But
I thought
like,
for-
no, she had the pineapple and then she died. It's like,
She was
no.
allergic.
Yeah, that's what got her.
That's what she survived, a fucking glass thing to the brain.
Survived
But the
bullseye.
pineapple.
Died pineapple juice.
But no. I think I for a second, I'm not gonna lie. I really thought I was like, bro, are we about to like have Wilson like wheeling her around with her like forgetting who he is constantly? Because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that probably would have been more fucked up than her just dying.
Yeah. No, I did think they were gonna go that way for sure.
And I'm weirdly glad they killed her off instead of doing that because I was like, that would
Well, that
be a
would
little
have
bit too
changed
much
the
for
whole
me.
vibe. That would have
Right,
changed
yeah.
the whole vibe too. Because then, like, what
I would have
happens
felt
then?
bad for Fisk.
Yeah.
Right.
Instead, I can just laugh at him.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. Go.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, like, I guess this episode kind of just serves as like a bit of a respite, but also again makes the Kingpin more tortured. That's kind of
Yeah.
all. That's kind of all.
I do have a criticism of this episode. I'm pretty sure it's this episode. This is the one where they do the whole flashback with Foggy
Yeah,
and Matt and their
a lot
friend.
of flashbacks.
yeah, and
Foggy.
they have Daniel chopping up the body.
I have a big criticism about the Netflix show, and watching this, I tried to not compare every little thing with the Netflix show, because the Netflix show is really fucking good. But like I said, it feels like they're trying to not just do greatest hits Netflix show, and that they're trying to do their own thing. But if you're gonna do a flashback, stylized like the Netflix show, with Foggy back and everything, what you can't do is change the dynamic in that show. And what I mean is that in that show, every time something like this happened, it was Matt who was saying, give mercy, give forgiveness, give grace. And Foggy was always like, whoa, who the fuck cares? They're bad guys, kill them. And they tried to make it in this one that Foggy was the one who taught that to Matt.
Yeah, it did feel very like retroactive.
As a concept, I don't hate that. It's what I hate is the fact that seems to take place fucking 5 minutes before the first episode of the Netflix show. if they had done years ago, Foggy was the one who showed Matt, and then they both changed as people where they kind of reversed the roles, sure. But if you really, like, if you watch that in the chronological order, you have Foggy going, well, you have to be nice and save people. And then the next episode, they reverse roles. And it feels weird when you think about the fact that the Netflix show is supposed to go in between that.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that, so I didn't have that,
It's
that
it's
thought
one
in
of
the back
those
of my
things
head.
that, like, the scenes aren't written badly. I get what they were doing, and it was pretty good. It's just the Netflix show exists, and so now you kind of trapped yourself in that.
Oh, so that whole subplot with Foggy's friend and everything, that was reshot? Like, that was shot
That was
just
fully
for the
new.
flashback?
That
okay,
was
gotcha.
fully new,
Yeah, I
but
didn't
like
know
the
what
whole
was
style
new.
and everything was like the Netflix show. And they
Yeah.
reference
Right,
stuff
right.
that happens in the Netflix show later.
That's
Yeah,
why I was
yeah.
like, man, they can shoot in color grade really well. They just choose not to at times.
Interesting, yeah.
I was just like, I was really surprised. I was like, man, this makes me. It's almost like someone puts your favorite dish in front of you and then goes, nah, 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 and then pulls it away and then gives you like a pizza. It's like this is fine. Don't get me wrong. I like pizza. I'm hungry, but like
it's a bold move too, because not everyone, but a lot of people are always going to compare them to the Netflix show.
Yeah.
And to do that to themselves, to like, it's one thing to distance yourself and then be like, well, maybe they can't. Maybe they just don't know how, or they don't have the money.
Maybe they don't have the sauce.
Maybe they don't have the sauce. Maybe they're not allowed to. Maybe Disney said that they couldn't. They got to distance themselves. But then to do that, they're like, no, we can't.
I think they were more just kind of being like, we have the sauce.
Yeah.
We're just not going to because we're different.
Yeah.
Which is respectable. I get it. Like you said, like it's fair to differentiate yourself from the other show. I do think the most interesting thing about episode 5 was, though, the Buck and Daniel thing about, like, Daniel the entire time being like, I'm fucking dead.
That was funny.
I'm so dead. And then Buck just being like, hey, we're chopping up a body.
Resident Evil Requiem was episode 6. And that was the one with...
That was with Jessica
Jones.
That
was the first Jess one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys caught it. She was mentioned episode 1, by the way.
Yeah, no, she was. I was surprised.
Jess, I
knew that she was going to be in the show, unfortunately, just because of set leaks. But
not even set leaks. They put it in
ads.
ads.
In the trailer.
They put it in ads and trailers, which is part of... I'm a little bothered by that, because episode 6 is when she shows up.
Yeah, I'd rather they have, like, just held on to it and just not reveal. Like, it would have been a nice surprise, but
yeah, for how long it took for her to get in the show.
But I like it. I like that we pick up, like, years later. She has a kid. She has Danielle. We kind of get a resolution with Luke later on, not in this episode, but we also get, like, hints about her powers, and, like, seeing that fight scene with her and like Matt. You guys
her
see
intro
the clips,
was cool.
though, of her bursting through the wall and then Matt opening the door.
Yeah.
It's like, bro.
Well, and also the guard, she burst through the wall, and the guard is like, he just stares at her like, what the fuck? And then Daredevil walks in and goes, it's Daredevil, get him. Like, straight, like, that's the line. It's Daredevil, get him. And then they start fighting. Is so funny. They're just like, who the fuck is it?
It's like,
I will say that
yeah,
that scene was edited kind of weirdly. I think there was something that was taken out of that sequence or something. Like,
I feel like it was probably one of those, like, pause for applause moments, like hold for applause, where they.
Oh yeah, I just meant as like a whole. It felt like especially when it cuts, like, all of a sudden Powell's there and she's fighting Powell. Like, it felt like they left out a chunk that was leading up to Powell. The encounter with Powell, like stuff like that. I don't know,
maybe there was some sequence, like, dialogue or something they cut.
Yeah, that sequence felt. I know.
Yeah,
seriously.
yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, because later in the last episode when she shows up, her and Powell, like, share a moment of, like,
they look at each other.
They look at each other and kind of, like, look like they want to fight each other, and there's not really a lot of context for that, because, like, they fought, but they never spoke or anything, so it's a little weird.
Almost, I guess the thing is, like, he almost shot her. Yeah, like, he almost killed her, and, like, for Jess, that was, like, not something that she had ever had to deal with before. Like,
but I
Danielle.
see what Elias means by maybe there was more written in there.
Yeah.
That would have hit even harder than it already did.
Yeah, it just seems like something was kind of edited out. And also, I thought it was a little cheap to be like, her powers are malfunctioning. She can't, because obviously,
Yeah,
like, a
they kinda
character
feel
of her
like,
power could just
yeah.
resolve the whole fucking show, but they have to nerf her somehow.
I wouldn't even say that,
Well, she's
though,
not-
to be honest.
She's
because,
not
like,
invincible.
she's not like
She's
super
strong.
Yeah.
She's not Luke Cage. She's strong. She's not invincible, so she can still just get fucking shot.
Oh
She's
yeah, I just mean
invincible.
like
Why
she
couldn't I
could,
sneeze her? Sorry. One of us had to do it. But
kill
yeah,
him,
she's
kill
not
him. Jarvis, blow him up. No, I just feel like, she could have taken matters into her own hands, but obviously, again, they didn't want to make her
The same
too
thing with
much of a
swordsmen.
focal point.
The same thing with swordsmen. They just keeping them around would make things too complicated, so they have to get rid of them. But they kind of do it in the least creative way possible, where swordsman just like, nah, I'm retiring. And
Yeah,
then
like,
Jess is
that's
just
at
like,
least
nah, my powers
reasonable.
don't work anymore.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, at least do something. Be like, oh, I'm getting chased. I gotta, or I'm gonna go hunt down guys in the other part of the city or something. But it's just like, I'm retired. Or the same thing with her, like, my powers don't work. Instead of like, oh, I'm gonna go. She went down and hunted down Charles anyway, so she could have, instead of saying my powers don't work, just be like, I'm gonna go track down this government guy.
Yeah. I think that. Do you think they're setting up an Alias show? Because it kind of felt like that
100%.
with like
100%.
the ending with like Alias investigations. Like,
I think they're definitely doing something, especially with the last episode, and then Punisher, and then Spider-Man coming out, and all
they're
this
doing
stuff.
a lot more street level, which is
they're-
nice.
I was just saying, actually, when I was watching it with Gabriel and with, years ago they said they were gonna do that. It was gonna be Avengers level stuff and then a street level stuff, and some Midnight Sun
Defenders.
stuff. Yeah, Defenders. Some Midnight Sun stuff somewhere in between that, where they were gonna sort of like separate the heroes. Marvel being Marvel, they had no real plan. They just completely abandoned it. I wonder if they're going back to that idea, and they're going to separate some things and be like, hey, these will be the street level guys. These will be the go across space and punch, Doctor Doom guys. I wonder if they're testing the waters on that.
It's already been confirmed for season 3 that like Iron Fist and Luke Cage are back.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was set photos of them walking with hoodies on. It's really funny.
Okay.
But like, so I'm assuming that like either they're setting up the Defenders thing, or they're just like trying to make it in the make the Daredevil show basically the street level New York show in general.
Yeah.
Instead of just the Daredevil show, because he's going to be in prison for the rest of, I think, for the rest of most of next season, I would assume. I mean, it's a great arc. In the comics, it's really good.
Sure, but I have such a it. I know people were saying it, and I didn't believe it, but now even stronger. He might just get broken out by Spider-Man. He's fighting in the trailer. He's fighting the Hand, and he's in a prison.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He's fighting the Hand in a prison. Like, they set it up perfectly.
Oh my god,
also,
you're right. What
and
the
also,
fuck?
I gotta say,
Scorpion also is out of prison.
Yeah,
in this movie.
Scorpion breaks
I didn't even
out.
think about that. No,
Punisher is around too, so and with Hulk too, like they have all the characters and all the stuff set up for a classic, comic Spidey team up. I think the other thing is, speaking of Spidey, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but where the fuck is Spidey in all of this? If in the new movie they don't at least mention something where it's like, oh, I was fighting in a different part of the city, I was fighting the cops.
Yeah.
Like, or if
I'm
it wasn't like
Mayor Fisk fan.
Yeah, or at least something. Well, or at least something like, oh man, I wish I could help, but I was in fucking Philly that weekend. Like something.
Yeah.
I'm actually part of the anti-vigilante task force. I need money.
Yeah, or at least anything. And be like, yeah, at least anything, and be like, yeah.
I wish I could help, but I've been trying to develop GTA 6 for Rockstar Studios.
Like,
oh man.
just like, no, I got fucking, teleported away for 1 week only by Doorman, and that was it.
Everyone forgot about me.
I
so
fought
I had to handle a
Doorman.
lot of...
Actually, that would be awesome if they were just like, yeah, I got into a fight with this dude who's like called himself Doorman.
Yeah, well, at least something to just be like, yeah, even if he was like, yeah, I wish I could help, but I was off fighting fucking whoever the fuck.
I had to resolve my social security number. Everyone forgot who I was. Man, it was awful. I had to wait in DMV and everything.
Yeah, actually, that would be good. Yeah.
Like, you don't understand. I had to do so much paperwork.
I have no living family members, bro. There was no one who could advocate for me.
Literally, I don't have any credit cards or anything under my name. It was awful.
I have seen the memes also though with like from the last episode of people going like, fuck, that was Matt Murdock, was Daredevil? Like Peter somewhere watching TV being like, that, no wonder he caught the fucking thing in the movie.
Caught the brick, yeah. I will say, though, speaking of characters that were surprisingly absent, not at least getting some sort of, like, Punisher fucking one scene or some shit. Like, why is he just fucking off now? Like,
I know they have his special next week.
Yeah, but even like a line,
that's gonna have to explain it. But like,
even have a line of be like Matt talking to Karen and be like, any word from Frank, and her being, nope, no idea where the fuck he is.
Actually
that would have been it. That would have been it. It'd be like, nope, haven't heard from him.
Yeah, it was a little weird. But yeah, it is a shame not having Spidey on these street level, New York shows.
I get the real life practical, like it's just too expensive and the rights and all this stuff. Yeah, like
sure.
I get the real life reason, but in the new movie, if he doesn't at least mention something, if there isn't even a mention of like the city's recovering from Mayor or like something, then I'll be like, what are we doing here? Same thing that happened with Penguin, where he blew up half the city, and then it was like, where is Batman?
Yeah. But yeah, I really hope that they can, continue to have such a cool, multi super powered individual show like Daredevil, and just show that the city is very much alive, like I said earlier. Just that would be really cool.
I like
but I am very nervous for Doomsday, so I hope that Spider-Man can take care of some of these characters and actually like have us see some of these characters on the big screen, and then that Doomsday doesn't like destroy everything, and then we never get an Alias show or a Defenders show. Or
as always, Marvel Studios, they're fighting themselves.
Yeah,
where
their best worst enemy.
Yeah, the like make a good show or make money are two separate like teams fighting in that studio.
One last thing I want to comment on before we close out this review. Fisk killing all those fucking protesters.
Well, I gotta say, actually,
wait, did we do episode 7 yet?
Yeah, we didn't do 7 and 8.
7 was
Trial of Karen.
Yeah, it was Karen basically being arrested, having her shit rocked by the therapist, by Heather, which was a crazy scene. That was a wild scene.
I don't know Muse like at all in the comics, but
they did him badly in the show.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering because she's going to be the new Muse, obviously.
Oh, that's fully original. I mean, they made a female Muse like 2 years ago, but very different character. It was about an art student who got possessed by the spirit of Muse.
Well, I will say it seems like they're doing some weird mix.
Also,
of
he's
like,
alive again.
She's possessed in that she's just fucking obsessed with him and can't see anything else, and she's really fucking unsettling.
Yeah,
she's really fucking freaky in this.
I like it though. It takes a nothing character and makes her genuinely interesting. Like that to me is so much more engaging than what she was in season 1. In season 1, she was just such a nothing burger.
And already there's so many ways they can go. Like she could get obsessed with Matt now that she knows he's Daredevil and she's been trying to fight Daredevil and there's so many ways that they could take her that are way more interesting than just girlfriend number 5 that they were trying to do in the first season.
I think it's a cool idea. I just think it's a little strange how they're going about making her, obsessed with it. I think I want to see a little bit more of her like putting on the mask is a little much. Like I think in my mind, like the scenes with like Buck and stuff, where Buck is basically like encouraging an aggressive revenge against this person that harmed her, versus like being obsessed with the person that harmed her. I feel like I kind of prefer the former. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
she's sort of like wants to make it so that she never gets hurt by a vigilante again, kind of thing. I don't think she should become a vigilante. That seems a little weird.
She might just become like a serial killer of vigilantes.
Yeah. I think, I mean, definitely that last thing of the mirror, and then her earlier like book writing where she was like, the mask reveals their true self, where she totally at this point is like, the mask is Muse is who I am, really. And she's, I think she might just do like whatever the fuck she decides to do, murdering or whatever. She's definitely going to do some crazy, like, this is who I've always been.
Daniel killed at the end. That was sad. I'm not gonna lie. It weirdly got me.
It
didn't make me cry or anything, but like it definitely like I was more invested than I thought I was.
Yeah, I'm not like, oh my god, no, Daniel, but it was it was interesting, and at that point, I actually did care whether he died. Where if you had asked me last season, I'd be like, no, I don't.
Oh yeah, I would have been like, he's annoying as fuck. Kill him off.
Well, I didn't even feel that strongly about his character that I wanted him killed. I just didn't. I just did not give a shit.
I hated him
at whatever they did with him. I was just like, I don't care. Kill him off. Let him live. Just get. I don't. He's nothing to me at that point. But now I was like, oh my god, killing him off means something.
Yeah, I was surprised. I really didn't know what Buck was going to do there.
Yeah,
even for a second with the wide shot, I thought maybe he like shot to the right of his head or something.
I saw a thing with, I don't know her name, the actress who played BB. Apparently, they recorded both. They recorded him sparing him, and she didn't know until she was in ADR, where they're like, do this line, about. Like, oh, Daniel, and she's like, but Daniel lived, and they're like, oh, no, we killed him, he's dead. And she's like, what do you mean? I was there in the scene where he lived, and they're like, no, he's dead. Like in the booth, in the booth for the fucking ADR, she was like, okay, I guess now I have to just deal with that.
Damn.
Also, them trying to kill Matt and like shooting him through the leg.
Yeah.
After he appeared for the trial, just like waiting for him. It's like bullies after school waiting for him to step off the block.
I mean, it's a little insane, but at that point, it's just like, you know, Kingpin doesn't give a shit. He's just trying to just yeah.
And well, the same thing. I was like, he threw his fucking cane through the windshield of the car and then left it there. And I was like, so everyone's gonna know that fucking Matt Murdock. Maybe not he's Daredevil, but he can fucking fling his cane like a fucking javelin through a car windshield.
It's the same. I mean,
although it kind of resolves itself next episode. But I was like, okay, I guess he just doesn't care anymore. Where he's just like, I don't even need it.
Some poor detective was actively building a case, and then the next day, Matt revealed himself. He was like, fuck.
He already spent like $100 in the red yarn to do his board and everything. He's like, shit, I can't return it now.
But then the last episode was really great. I thought it was really good with the trial scenes. The trial scenes were really great. Matt and Fisk were really well acted. I mean, what else can you say? Honestly, I think it's a great resolution. Fisk absolutely murdering bystanders was not on my list.
No.
Him going boo.
It kind of reminded me, and everyone always fucking says it with anything vaguely, but it very much reminded me of that one Rogue One Darth Vader scene.
Oh, very much so.
Where he just shows up in the hallway and just fucking massacres people, and then you sort of remember like, oh shit, yeah, Darth Vader's scary. It's the same thing where you're like, oh yeah, Kingpin, he's not just like crime boss, mayor, like tough to get. It's like, oh, he gives Daredevil a run for his money. So these random fucking civilians are not standing any chance against him.
I still feel like he wasn't this lethal in the Netflix.
No, they bumped him up a little bit, but it's still like
Well, it's
one of
only
those.
fair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still one of those things where it reminds you of like, oh yeah, if he's someone who can beat up Daredevil, then some random dude off the street is not standing any chance.
I also
Yeah.
found it really funny when Matt was like, "I am Daredevil," and the one guy was like, "We weren't supposed to believe a blind guy supposed to be Daredevil," and then he chucks his stick in and like catches it, and everyone's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
But
favorite.
Gabriel said, what if he wasn't Daredevil? He just practiced it a bunch. That one throw just to convince everyone.
I thought they were gonna pull like a Spider-Man where like he hires somebody to wear the suit and Daredevil is gonna like walk in. I thought that's what they were going.
I definitely
That's what they were
thought
gonna do
about
for a
that.
second. Yeah.
I kind of like that they didn't do that
Oh no, I'm glad I didn't.
because
But yeah.
it just like really ups the state. First of all, it makes stuff interesting for whether it's Spider-Man or just the next season. Like whatever happens next is like, how the fuck do you come back from this?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? But I think the whole episode had a very strong, like, I'm trying to figure out how to word it. The Netflix show and this is really mostly about Matt and Fisk. And so to in this episode, the last episode, really hammer home that it's not Fisk that suffers, it's not Matt that suffers. I mean, they do, but it's the city that suffers, like with just Fisk tearing people apart and everything and even to the end, Fisk is like, he genuinely loves his city, as insane as he is. I thought that was really interesting, having these two characters be like, the fight is what's hurting people. It's not, they both need to sort of agree to just give up. That it's not about one of them living or dying or whatever. It's like, as long as they both exist and they're both fighting each other, everyone else around them is going to die. And I thought it wasn't what I was expecting, but it was really interesting at the end. It really just came down to both of them just sort of agreeing to call it quits.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Fisk kind of being like, just taking it. That was surprising, was Fisk taking the deal. But like also Matt allowing that, because someone pointed out later that, like, for me, because I was like at first like, why would he not have him arrested? He knows no court will be able to hold him, regardless of it would just be a matter of time before he got control, broke
he even
out,
said it,
rinse, repeat. Yeah. So like banishing him outside of the country is basically the only way to guarantee that he can't do anything again.
Yeah.
Plus he lost his wife. He doesn't have anything else to fight for.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. They both sort of, that last sort of shot of like Matt's in the prison, Fisk's on some beach and fucking God knows where, but they're both kind of like, I feel like it's more of a prison for Fisk in that he just can't come back. Where Matt sort of, he did not look upset. He looked like, all right, well, I did my job. I'm gonna live in prison, whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking, I got rid of Fisk. That's all I wanted to do.
He did it. He did it for Karen. He did it for the city.
Plus, like, he finally got to be Matt Murdock and Daredevil. Like, they're both now one person, which I think was like a major plot thread through the original show. The first season was him coming to grips with like, I can't be both. And now, I mean, that decision's made. He's now both, but they're all one person.
Yeah. I was surprised by him calling Kingpin to the witness stand, but I think that was just such a cool scene. Going back a little bit, but I just wanted to say real quick, I just really enjoyed how, we've seen them fight so many times fist to fist, and obviously it's always a stalemate. So it's really cool to see Matt basically, best him in legal jargon.
I think this
and
is
just kind of
first time since season 1 of Netflix, which I know you didn't see, but since season 1 of Netflix that they've ever been in a courtroom against each other. Like from season 2, I mean, didn't have Fisk at all, but season 3 was the big Fisk one, and then this is the first time that they've ever had to do that kind of fight. Like you said, and honestly, it's even more satisfying.
Would you say I'm a hero, Mr. Fisk? Like, that was like such a good, like,
I love that,
like, fucking with him. No, it was really cool. I really liked it. I definitely agree. I think the the fact that there aren't many courtroom scenes, but the ones that are there are well written,
Yeah.
is a testament to them knowing when to use it.
Mm.
And I think at the end of the day, the show is such a step up from season 1 that, like, honestly, it's almost a completely different show.
Yeah, sure. And I'd have to go back and look each time, but I did see a lot of different, like, names, in the writing credits at the top of each episode, but it was still just a lot more united than the first season, obviously. But I do feel like there were some moments that you could tell it was like a different, team on one episode, but it was still, again, just a lot more consistent, a lot more, thorough this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see where they go with Spider-Man and stuff, but I think with this, the big thing is seeing where they go without Fisk, because I think at this point it would be a shame to bring him back again. But it's also going to be tricky because they've tied Fisk so tightly across both shows with Matt. There's one season that does not involve Fisk, and it's considered kind of the worst one. So even if their writing is flawless for the next season, there's going to be some people that just won't like it just because Fisk isn't in it. So I'm in.
Don't you know they're doing a beach special? They're going to do the beach special.
All I'm saying is that this is the perfect opportunity to bring in the hit Daredevil villain, Stiltman.
I'm still waiting for Big Deal, bro.
Somebody tell me, did they ever do Rose in the Netflix show? Kingpin's son?
No, they never did.
No.
They never did the Rose?
Nope.
No.
That's so weird that they didn't try to set that up at all.
I thought that was going to be Daniel, honestly.
They might still
Sure.
next season, because they did have that whole thing in Echo, which I didn't finish, but about how and season 1 of this about
dude, you told me you didn't watch the final episode of Echo, bro?
Him and Vanessa were like having issues, so maybe she did have a kid and just hid it from him because she was mad at him, and then she died before being able to tell him. I don't know.
I mean, I guess they could always do that.
They could.
I'm going to give this 4 truncheons out of 5.
Truncheons. 4 creepy Kingpin masks out of 5.
All right, I'm going to give Daredevil Born Again Season 2 4 out of 5 Kingpin glass merch bust things. It's funnier when I try and explain it.
Hey guys, we're back after a little bit because Lukas got killed by Bullseye also. So actually it's just me and the ghost of Olias.
Yeah.
Wherever he winds up, I think that way.
The last one standing.
So I will avenge you guys. But while I'm doing that, comment what I should throw at him. So wait, that's his thing. Shit. Comment what he should throw at me.
Comment what you haven't seen. Comment one thing you want to see Bullseye throw, and you can't say dildo. Okay, bye.
Not that, no. Actually, there's gonna be a long list of stuff that he can't throw. He can't throw. Don't throw diapers at me either. Don't throw any Hot Wheels at me. That sounds like that would kind of hurt. Actually, don't throw anything that sounds. Only throw